All right. Hello, everybody. We are live. Doing some cardio. So figure hop on here in a little bit. Wait till a few people get in here and we get rocking and rolling. I'm trying to adjust this seat. I'm being lazy today, at least to start. So the laziest and easiest form of cardio is a bike. So I'm on the bike right now. So we'll get this going. And let's be honest, we're already about, I've checked my timer, but probably about 25 minutes in, maybe 30. A lot more to go. So let's do this, guys. Whew. I guess I'll wait a few more minutes, get some people in here. There we go. As people start to come up. Whew. Give people a few more seconds. Start by saying Happy Father's Day to everybody celebrating. All right. And give it a few more seconds, and we'll officially start saying hi to everybody. All right, let's do this. All right, everybody, what's going on? Let's get rocking. So, who we got in here? Again, Happy Father's Day. We're doing some cardio. Whew. Question, how to work out. Lift weights, usually 5 days a week. I've been doing 4 currently, just because I have a bit of a hamstring injury, so I've just been doing every other day. First, generally do upper lower, so 4 or 5 days, but cardio every single day, including today. Today is just cardio. And we got Miss Amanda in here. Hey Amanda, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Long time no talk. I'll be back in your area pretty soon. Feel free to reach out if you like. All right, so let's say hello to everybody. We got Steven, Matt, Jason, Stefan, Anne, Rachel, Michael, Ron, Steve. All right, everybody. Where's everybody tuning in from today? Got Brandy, Rory, Dawn. We got Dawn from the Rhode Island Nordic Lodge. I've been there. It's quite a buffet, guys. It's a very big gourmet, we'll call it lobster buffet, seafood buffet, steak, lots of dessert, unlimited Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Plano, Texas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Detroit, Scotland, California, Birmingham, Australia, Alabama, Ohio, Athens, Georgia. Oh wow, PEI. Kidderminster, I've been there. The challenge there. Chicago, South Africa, Florida, lots of Florida, England, Pittsburgh, Arizona, Florida. We'll be in Arizona maybe next month. Geo did. Woo! Thank you so much. Blessings to success. Thank you. Liverpool, Russia, Pittsburgh, Montreal, Newcastle, Michigan, Wolverhampton. I've been there too. Popka, Florida. I've been there. And Mississippi, Indianapolis, Brazil, Ontario, Washington, Philippines. Amazing. Yeah, guys, I'm on a bike. We're doing cardio. Being lazy to start. I will eventually, well, I might change, but do a long cardio today. So the easiest one in reality is the bike. Might change it a little bit, but at least stick on the bike for now. Cameroon. It's also a pretty easy machine to do a live on. Houston, Texas. Destroy, no, and anybody who spams the chat gets put out. We don't do no messing around. You ask a question, great. I'll try to get to it. Feel free to ask again 5-10 minutes if I miss it, because I will miss a lot of questions. So wait 5-10 minutes and then ask again. But if I see multiple asks in like a minute span, just you're getting timed out. And feel free for Amanda or anybody else in here. We don't play around, especially on Father's Day, because I want everybody to get as much out of this chat and this live stream as possible. So people whom, ask ridiculous questions or spam the chat, etc., it really takes away from other people's experience. So in respect for all of you and your time, we are not going to take any of that. So happy Father's Day. Thank you. And again, happy Father's Day, everybody. Here, Johnny, thank you for the support. No challenge today. Nope. I do have some coming up, and I did some last week, but no, just exercise every day. I exercise every day because I have to, and especially now because I've been trying to diet, lose a couple pounds. Some success, not as much as I would have hoped, to be honest, but a little success. So I'll take it as a blessing, and I'll take it as it comes. So we'll hope to keep that up. Probably be having to officially diet at least till the end of July. That's about another 6 weeks. Probably have to go into August. Probably about another maybe 2 months. And we're about a month in. Start about May, probably 11th. So let's say a month. And probably to get to where we want to be, probably at least, like I said, at least till the end of July, probably maybe 2 weeks. So, all right. How are you able to eat so much? Training. I'll be doing Nathan's. I don't know, maybe one day. I come back to Kidderminster, maybe one day. Hom New Year food, Lao New Year. Sounds interesting. I'd like to try. I've had some Lao food. I'd like to try some more. Someone says, "Can you answer me?" I don't see your question. Have I faced Matt Stoney? I have not. Matt had his day. I have a lot of appreciation and respect for Matt. Of course, he's really much changed what he does now, right? He's not into it like he once was. I don't blame him. I'm not either. Australia one day, yes. What place are you going to in Arizona? I think around Phoenix area. If anybody's in the Phoenix area and wants to help out with the trip, please shoot me a message on Instagram or Facebook. That'd be awesome. Sorry, not Facebook. I lied. The Facebook messages are not ever, ever, ever moderated. So I will never see it if you send me a message on Facebook. Public service announcement. I said it before, I'll say it again. If you message on the Facebook page, you'll never be seen. Instagram or email, my apologies. So like I said, shoot me a message on Instagram. Those are moderated. Those are regulated. I watch those and I see those all the time. I check those frequently. And same as email. So if you want to shoot me a message, you're in the Phoenix area and or Arizona, feel free to shoot me a message on Instagram or via email for helping out with the trip. Favorite thing to do while working out? Work out. How long were you in Thailand for? I've been to Thailand, I think 3 times. All were at least 3 weeks or longer. Future career plan changes? Of course. Happy Father's Day. Any plans for India? I would love to go to India. And to be honest, I actually tried to go last year on like a layover. But what I found out is and I was going to do like a long layover. I was hoping to have a day there so I could see some stuff. What I found out though is I need a visa to go to India, and it's not just like a super simple visa. Like I'd actually have to apply for it. It could take a considerable amount of time. Apparently right now it's not the easiest to get. I'm sure I could get it. So long story short, that didn't happen, but I would love to go to India one day. Have you done a meet and greet all the time? Well, yes. Long story short. Something while you're not with your dad. My dad lives across the country. But happy Father's Day to my father. Swimming is one of the best exercises. Yes, when I was in Thailand, I did a lot of my cardio via swimming. It's great. Unfortunately, I don't have a pool. Someone says, take care, something, something. Also, too, guys, depending on what you're asking, sometimes questions won't go through. Like, if you're using certain words, there are some blockers, right? So I can't help you. North Carolina, come to Ottawa. I've been to Ottawa before. Johnny wants to do a challenge with me. Well, this is what I'll say, my friend. I don't recommend anybody doing food challenges, to be honest. So, Father's Day in September in Australia is pretty cool. E-visa mate. You talking about India? No, it's not possible. When I looked at it, it was great. Is your health okay? Define okay. I'm alive and breathing. Good start. What did you buy your kid? What did your kids buy? I don't have kids. Tips for someone who wants to be a competitive eater? Don't do it. But if you want in-depth training and actual consultation, I can provide. But general, whatever is, don't do it. Try Pakistan. Never been to Pakistan. Be couped to courage. No clue what that means. How's Alaska? Alaska's really cool. It's very scenic. Do you have a favorite or most prominent memory with your dad? Ooh. That's a really good question. That's tough. Favorite or prominent memory with my dad? I'm gonna say it's not explicitly with my dad, but when I was young, we used to go camping in the mountains in Canada's country, and I really liked that. Hey, Tommy, woo, thank you for the super chat. Dreams from Poland. Hope you visit Europe for more challenges soon. Yeah, I definitely will see more of Europe. I'm not a U.S. citizen. Patrick. I do like mustard. Come to Wales. I've been to Wales many times. I do love Wales. I love the Welsh people, the culture. It's a cool place. Coming to Florida. Yeah, I was in Florida just back in March. I'm sure I'll be back again. Normally I get there once, maybe twice a year. I do like Florida. Lots of good friends down there, charities I support, etc. Donairs are awesome. Yeah, Halifax Donairs pretty good. What's one good you haven't tried and would like to? Not sure what you mean by that. Go to Alaska in September. I'm sure it's awesome all the time. Oh, good. A food I'd want to try. A food I want to try that I haven't. I want to put it this way. I've never been out on a fishing boat and caught, like, let's say a tuna or a salmon that I've it was just literally, it's alive and I cut right into it and eat a piece of it like sashimi. So, although I've eaten the fish, I've never had it like that, and I'd like to try that. I want to try shark. I've eaten shark. Will you do anything in Miami? Maybe one day. I've been there a handful of times. Did you try kachi biryani? I've had biryani. I'm not sure what the kachi is. Indiana. No plans at the moment, but I was there, I think, last year. I have had Lebanese food many times. I do like it. Some shawarma, some shish tuk. I like swordfish. The longest I've been on something, and then I think I've been fasting. Sorry, guys, missed the question. Longest fast I've ever done. I don't know, probably like 30 some hours. I've never done like super, crazy long-term. I'm gonna try just this seat. I've never done any like super long fasts. Like some people will do like a week, or never done that. Although maybe I should fast today coming up. It would be good to good for some weight loss, put it that way. Last time your dad and you went on a trip, like a vacation? Maybe like 2018? Scared to eat octopus. I love octopus. Very good. Let's see. Lobster rolls. Yeah, I do like lobster rolls. Sid Hearth is on steroids. Good for you. Favorite food challenge I've done in the UK. Probably some of my favorites. Maybe, I don't know if I can say this is the one, but I really enjoy a lot of the burgers. I had a place called Burger Boys in Port Talbot, Wales. Those are delicious burgers. They have an amazing tasting beef. And I like some of the breakfast challenges I've had too. Anything with English mustard. Where have you eaten the best lettuce rolls? Something wrapped in lettuce? I don't know, my house? I'm not really sure. 10 cactus. That doesn't sound very enjoyable. Unless it's like Nepalis, like the skin cactus that they do in like Mexican cuisine. I do love me some Nepalis. It is very enjoyable. Favorite Dominican dish? I don't know. Great question. How long did I train for? For what? Best lobster roll you've ever had? I don't know. Hard question. Because I have had some great ones in Florida. I've had some great ones in Prince Edward Island. One time when I was young, I used to work at a restaurant, and I ate lots of lobster rolls there on the house. Wendy's or Chick-fil-A? To be honest, I've only ever had Chick-fil-A once. And I want to give it another go, because it was in the airport. And I'll be honest, it wasn't great. But people really like it. So I do like Wendy's though. After the workout, get an ice cream challenge. Nah. Father's Day challenge? No eating challenge for Father's Day? Absolutely not. I don't just do challenges, guys. Eat a whole pumpkin. I've done that many times, just casually. I love pumpkin. I love like squash and all that stuff. I like doing challenges with others and alone. Best British dish I've had? English mustard. Something about being gassy after, depends what you eat. Try the man cheese. I'm not sure what that is. Yes, I've eaten goat many times. Schedule I'm in the area? Depends. So like check out live streams, because I just mentioned some. Awful challenge. I've eaten awful. I don't think I'd ever do like an awful challenge. Like I think people, like I'm never just gonna like randomly eat a large amount of awful or something. It's just not it. Joel, what's your opinion on chicken versus bear fight? What? That's as much as the comment I gotta read. Should try duck. I've had duck many times. Steroids to help with appetite. Pfft, no. I don't think that would work at all. Not interested. How do you stay fit? I don't. You have periods where you gain a lot of weight, and you have periods where you have to really diet and get it off. Hence what we're doing now and why we're dieting so hard. And it's not always the best and most fun. Fitness model, I used to do some modeling. Don't do it anymore. I have eaten quail, yes. I have had African food. I've had I think they call it stewed chicken. It's Nigerian. It's delicious. Tried some other a lot of it's kind of like stewed. So I don't actually know all the names, but I like the flavors and spices stuff. Back to California, I was there not long ago. I have done food challenges in Chicago. Do you ever not enjoy the food in your challenges? All the time. Pizza with pineapple. I don't really like pizza, but would do a strange food challenge? Nope, no point. Can I sing Baby Shark? No. Do you agree with the idea that McDonald's has the best cat treats? But Burger King gets upset and Wendy's, I have no clue what you're talking about. I don't think the bite seat stinks, but it could. Do you like flavorful food or raw? I like all flavorful food. Could be raw or cooked. Just because raw doesn't mean it doesn't have flavor. A gifted eater as a kid. What does that mean? I mean, I was 160 pounds when I was 8 years old. I don't call that a gift. I had to diet that off. Fun fact, Joel, at the age of 10, was inspired by the movie Super Size Me and started his first diet by his own initiative. Started reading nutrition labels, counting calories roughly, avoiding fats. I'm not saying fats are bad, but this is just at the time the messaging I got from Super Size Me. That was the only education I had. I was not in a health conscious family at all. A lot of my other family, like my mother, was very much overweight as well. We ate at McDonald's frequently, for example, and didn't put any care and concern to what we ate. So, I have done a technical McDonald's challenge during COVID, which was I don't know, would you eat this for $2,500 or something? But that's it. I don't just generally eat food. No one likes home videos. I don't like them either. So I rarely do them. The only odd time I do it is really, really unique. I feel tired, something in 5 minutes. How tall are you? I'm 5'11". How am I doing today? Not too bad, thank you. Do I do drugs? I drink caffeine. That's about it. Hello from London. Are you looking for video editors? Not really. But you can shoot me a message if you want. Happy Father's Day. Yes, happy Father's Day over here. We're not talking politics, guys. So if you're in here, talk politics. I respect your opinions. I appreciate you and your support. But this is not the place for it. Spicy challenges. Okay, note it. I'll definitely keep that in mind. I'd like to come to Portugal. I've never been. All right, guys, let's move to a different machine. Let's try out the elliptical thing for a little bit. Bike feels a little weird on my leg. So let's try changing this up. Hopefully this feels a little better. We will find out. And if not, we'll be on the treadmill. Take some shoes. right, let's try this. Be with me, Jesus. Let's get this done. All right. Let me try this one. That one feels weird. Doesn't feel like it's functioning. All right, I think that one's better. All right, let's get going. Hold on, let me start the timer again. All right, where were we? Something about hard gainer, gaining weight. Eat calorically dense foods. That'll help a lot. If you want to repeat your question, I'll try to read it again. Croatia, that'd be fun. What you got any competitive eating? To be honest, I just kind of saw some YouTube videos and was kind of like, I think I could do that, and I did it. How many hours of cardio today? 80 to 90 minutes. Drinking some Halifax. Happy Father's Day. Mustard and a Red Bull. That's an interesting combo. So I put that right there. Maybe that's better. Are you naturally gifted to eat a lot? No. You have to train. You just need a period of, eating too much. Gradually eating more and more. We want to see more audience reaction. Okay, that's interesting. Thank you for the feedback. Where are you training today? The gym. What challenge made you feel the worst after you're done? There's a great big steak challenge I did in Texas. It's like a big prime rib. And I almost checked myself into the hospital after that. One I went to the hospital after was eating a whole pig. But they couldn't help me. So, favorite gym equipment for your legs? Probably a leg press. How long do you work out for at a time? Depends on the workout. Cape Salon? I'm not sure what that is. Did you have those eyebrows when you were a baby? No. What's the most you've eaten in a day on your own time? Like on my own time? I don't know, there's been a few days I've eaten like 10 pounds of food, but you gotta realize, that's like maybe a pound or two of meat, then, like 5 pounds of vegetables, maybe a pound or two of fruit, and that's like over the span of a day. But that's not absolutely normal. Probably more often, I eat probably more like maybe 5 to 6 pounds of food a day, but it's very uncalorically dense items. Like, my one seating serving of a pineapple is a whole pineapple, which generally is at least 12 to 14, probably it's probably about 3 pounds. I probably have about a pound of meat a day. So let's say a pineapple, a pound of meat. I think like a workout day. So that's, let's say 4 pounds. My veggies will probably be about 2 pounds. That's 6 pounds. Plus then all my carbohydrates. I eat like potatoes or something, that's a couple pounds. So yeah, that could easily be 8-9 pounds of food a day. Can you eat and run at the same time? Nope. If you'd only eat the same breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 1 year, what would it be? Runny eggs with probably tortillas or sticky rice with salt and sweetener. And pineapple, and probably some sort of taco. Toilet dispensing? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Streamer messaged me on Instagram. I'll check it later. Wasn't Father's Day yesterday? Not here in North America. English mustard, question mark. I like English mustard. What was your favorite challenge you did? I can't pick one. How long did you train to do what you do? Do you mean eating a lot of food? Technically years. I do like Texas barbecue. That is true. Smoked meats in general, I do like. Do you have that dog in you? I'm not sure what you mean. Mustard and Red Bull. I like mustard. Never had mustard and Red Bull together, but Red Bulls aren't bad either. In the past, I haven't done Nathan's because of contracts. Thank you, Jader Kills. Am I gay? No, I'm not. Hello, alien. Being full after a food challenge, how do you manage it? Pain and discomfort? I don't think there's really a good way to manage it. When did you decide to become a fresh leader? I did not. Completely accidental. I'm not overly worried about getting sickness from food or sushi because I choose or try to choose wisely. Of course, you can get sick from any food, cooked or not, as long as it's improperly handled. But, you know, you just have to eat from places that you choose wisely. Like, I won't just eat sushi, from everywhere. Training goal today? Well, today we're just doing our cardio, and then my overall training goal right now is trying to lose probably about 9 pounds, 8-9 pounds, and I'm hoping to be able to do that over the next probably 2-ish months. Wouldn't have seen another food challenge with Molly? I'm not sure, but Molly's a great eater. Great lady. Every time I ate a whole rib, yes, that was a big thing. Love the channel, thank you up. Appreciate it. Whoa, this angle, Joel, chill. Don't know what you're talking about. Ever go fishing? Sometimes I like doing more. When do we do another sushi video? I think I still have one recorded from a little while ago. Favorite music? Jesus music. One time I listened to some hardcore metal or rap. I used to listen to a little more, but it's maybe when I'm working out. Thomas, what's up, dude? Happy Father's Day, for as relevant as it is to you. Do I drink protein shakes for a workout? Nope. I work out fasted all the time. I don't like to eat before I work out. Not saying you shouldn't, but I don't. Oregon has more food challenges. Yeah, but it's been a while since Oregon. North Carolina, that'd be cool. Food challenge I wouldn't partake in? No, not really. What was the spiciest food challenge you remember doing? I don't speak of it. What are you eating next I meet? What? Do you mean mean? Fishing, yes. Oklahoma noodling. Yeah, I've done that. I've done noodling in Oklahoma twice. Loved it. Went to Popeyes. Okay. Cool story, bro. I do like Popeyes, though. Good fried chicken. I think one of the best, maybe the best fast food fried chickens there is. The spicy one, even though it's not spicy. What's my next challenge? Not 100% sure. Will you ever eat at Jamaican restaurant? Yeah, I have a couple videos. Peyton. Been a while since I've been in Peyton. I've had Jollibee both in North America and in Philippines, and I think I still prefer Popeyes myself. Personal preference. When are you going to collab with Randy Santelga? Not sure, great question. He's not really like doing much now. He's slowed down a lot over the years, so I appreciate that. Last meal, if I had to pick. All right, so apparently the audio is compromised. All right, is it that bad, everybody? Can you guys hear me? Yes or no? I'll wait for half a dozen responses. Audio's fine. Yes, audio's fine. Audio's fine. I can hear you. Audio's good. Okay. In that case, I'll keep going on. Been to so many countries. Which would you suggest I get someone to travel to? My two favorite countries are Mexico and Thailand. I think those are the best countries on earth, and funny enough, they're very similar, which is probably why I personally like them a lot. Mexico is a lovely place full of amazing people, culture, and food. Also very beautiful. Thailand, amazing place filled with amazing people, culture, and food. Thailand is like the Mexico of Asia. Ironically, there's a lot of cultural similarities between the two, both in the cuisine, somewhat in the characteristics and culture of the people, and even in the landscape. Favorite band? I don't have one. Favorite Thai food? If it's a dish I make myself, it's sticky rice with sunny side up eggs, sweetener and salt. Or if it's an actual dish, it'd be Genki Wan, which is green curry. Maybe Pad Krapao. Probably Genki Wan, aka green curry. What is the most taboo thing I've ever eaten? Maybe balut? A lot of people are really scared of balut. To be fair, I was too. But it wasn't bad. Eating lots of bugs. You know, you say you wish you could eat a lot of food like me, but in all reality, you don't. It's not actually enjoyable, everybody. No one enjoys eating, let's say, more than like 5 pounds of food in one sitting. Are you worried about the long-term consequences of eating so much? Yeah, absolutely. Which is why I've had many injuries from it. We have health issues. And we manage them the best we can. And why I try to stay as healthy as I can. And that's why we won't be doing it forever. Biggest challenge you recall in the state of Maine? The biggest one I've ever did was a wing challenge. Or served raw wings in Maine. It was also very big. I've also done a pizza challenge in Maine. But I'm not saying that was absolutely massive. Sure, I'd love to go to South Africa one day. Good evening. I'd like to eat that much if I could magically enjoy it all. Yeah. Would you come to Upper Peninsula in Michigan for a pizza challenge? I've been to the Upper Peninsula in a place called Sheboygan for a hot dog eating contest many years ago. It's very pretty up there. Hello, Amanda. What's up? We're just doing some cardio, guys. And getting that done for the day. It's kind of bugging my knee too, or my leg. It's like my IT band. I'm trying one more machine. I'm gonna pause my timer. And if this isn't better, I'm either just gonna go back on the bike or we'll hit the treadmill. As much as I'm not, I don't mean this in a stupid way, but because you have to be rational and responsible, but I'm not one for excuses, and I do have a mentality kind of no days off and achieving goals, which is why in many situations I've pushed myself to the absolute limit. Like with food challenges, for example. The reason why, I haven't failed is not because I'm the best. It's because, unlike everybody else, I don't give up. And I have and will literally push myself to death and injury to complete it. Not always definitely for my benefit, often probably for my detriment. But that's the truth of it. What did you injure your leg in the gym? I'm eating a Joel Hansen breakfast. What does that entail? Just being a competitive eater, food challenge get you rich? Nope, absolutely not. What the Hell Bowl? What's the Hell Bowl? What was that? Thank you for the support, Michael. You have a goal weight right now. I'm trying to get down to about 200 pounds. Right now, I'm about 9 pounds heavier than that. Start a fitness channel. How many people would actually want to see that? And why I ask that with the term actually is because a lot of people want a travel channel, and I'll be honest, there's very limited interest in it. Compared to like the food content. And it's not that bothers me. We're still gonna keep with it. But if I'm going to, invest a considerable amount of time, hold on, make sure I started my timer. There you go, no I did. So I'm gonna invest a significant amount of time into something. I wanna make sure that it's, effective. I would love to go to Africa. Food channel with reward. I'm not sure what you mean. Fair amount of people, fitness, streams, and channels. Yeah, well, there's lots of fitness, lots of food, there's lots of everything. But, of course, where I am with you guys, right, is our relationship is founded on many things. And I appreciate your viewership. And while we always get new viewers and more people, I always try to be receptive to feedback from you guys. So, like for an example, started with the most recent challenges and going forward, like I am going to do less. I know a long time people said they really enjoyed hearing about the restaurants and a lot of the conversation. I've reached a lot of people. I have been wanting to just have more just straight eating, less conversation. So I'm listening, and that's what we're gonna do a little bit more. I can focus a little more on eating and include less info and conversing, because the common trend is that's what people like right now. And so I'm happy to take your feedback and try to implement it the best I can. I'm going to still be true to me and myself, but I'm always one and happy to take criticism and make adjustments, etc. Legs, arms or legs today so I can do sets with you. Are you asking me what you should do? You should do both. I have done a ice plunge thingy thing. Like I went to a sauna that had the cold baths, and I used those once. Not the biggest fan of them, but if I had one or access to one, I would use it. What's my split? Normally upper lower. Currently, I've been doing full bodies, which hopefully I should be able to transition back out of soon. Love the travel vlogs. Thank you. Definitely check out the More Joel Hansen channel for dedicated travel videos. That's where most of the travel content is nowadays. Taco and sushi food challenges. I'd love to make both of those things as well. When you first started, what was your capacity? No, I wasn't able to eat that much. Maybe 6-7 pounds. But what you guys have to realize is I had a very long period of time of eating very large portions. Right? When I was really into bodybuilding and weightlifting before I destroyed my knee, I was eating a lot of food. So there's many years of inadvertent training. So it's hard to say where my stomach capacity truly lied, but it definitely would have started off, years ago when I was a teenager, maybe 2 pounds. And then through the years, obviously I got used to eating, let's say 5-6 pounds. And then when I did my second or third food challenge, it pushed me to the absolute edge. And that was about 6 or 7 pounds. And that was absolutely my capacity then. And then I grew it. In relation to Chris Hansen, not that I know of. One time that was funny, I had a guy come up to me and said, "Hey Chris. And I was like looking around. So can I get a picture? I'm like, who's Chris? So he says, "Isn't that your name?" I was like, not quite, but I am a Hansen. It's just funny. Thanks, Catherine. Have a lovely day. So I enjoy what I do. Thank you guys. I am a real person. I'm true to myself. I always tell you guys in my content, I'll never say anything I don't mean, but there's a lot I don't say. And I think with some people, which baffles me, but anyway, it's like, I can eat something and go, that's good, or that's not bad. Doesn't mean I like it. There's a big difference between saying, oh my God, this is delicious and I enjoy this. So that's pretty good. Because I'm speaking objectively. Same as if I say something like, if I tell you like, oh man, this pizza's cooked perfectly, doesn't even mean it has a good flavor, right? I speak very objectively, you know what I mean? And I like to give credit where credit is due. But I think what some people, for some reason, are so confused of, or kind of baffles me that people are this limited in life, that they think any compliment of any type is inferred to other things. So, no. Take my words as they are for what I say. If I tell you it tastes good, it tastes good. If I tell you I like it, I like it. You and Seth Rogen, the exact same voice, that's cool. How many calories do you normally eat in regular days? So right now on training days, I'm just probably sitting around 3,000. When I was on 2,500 for the non-training days, aka not weightlifting days. But I've recently, in the last week, dropped that down closer to about 2,000. And admittingly, I don't track every single calorie, so these are a little rough. I roughly track macros, but like often I will include all the calories and vegetables, etc. So it'd be a little higher, but that's what I'm eating right now. Trying to lose some weight. Get that workout, and thank you. I'm not a father, but happy Father's Day to all those who are out there. I recognize you now. You turned your head around. Cool. You speak your best way to be my bubby. I'm not sure what a bubby is, but thank you. $25 pounds of steak. Wouldn't even try. That sounds stupid. I don't just randomly eat stuff, and I have no ego, guys. I don't care about dares and blah, blah, blah. I'm honestly not like literally the least competitive person ever, which is kind of ironic. The only person I compete with truly is myself. And because I always push for betterment, but I'm not competitive. I just don't really care. Some people are always so, I'm gonna win after this. And so that's why like some people really love eating contests, you know, because that's what they want to do. They're very competitive. I don't really care. The reason why I do eating contests in all reality is to get cash, do prizes, you know what I mean? It's just being honest. Like I said, I'm pretty much a straight shooter. Where do I get my motivation from? Myself, and we'll say the Lord. But for myself, guys, I want to do the best. Like, why wouldn't you? I have a friend that recently said something. It was like, you can do something good, or you can do it great. What do you want in life? Right? Identify that. Identify your goals, what you want in life. And you know what I want to be? What I want in life? I want to feel fulfilled. I want to be happy. I think if your goals are material or short-sighted, then you're going to act that way. It's not like I have a goal to be, I don't know, a millionaire. I don't have a goal to be, you know, to drive a Ferrari. I don't care about that. What I do care about? Having an enjoyable life that I'm happy with, that I have a clean conscience, that I can lay my head down at night and know that I feel good about what I did, to know that I did my best, to know that, you know, the people I care about and loved, I did good by them, and the relationships I want to have are people that do good by me. That's the quote-unquote key to happiness. You're just saying that, you know, money doesn't buy happiness, but sure makes life a lot easier. That's the truth. That's what it is there for. But that's where it also ends. You know? Yeah, guys, I'm pretty much, like, and that's the other thing too, I'm very much a straight shooter. Like, people come see me and talk to me and ask me things, and it's weird. Like, the common things I hear from people, and this is feedback, right, just speaking very objectively. First thing, really weird, a lot of the time people go, oh my god, you're taller than I thought. I'm like, how tall do you think I was? I'm 5'11", I'm not that tall. Next one I hear often is like, just like, how do I put this, like, kind of like, oh, you're like the same person. I'm like, duh, like, what do you expect? And then I think a lot of people also expect that I eat, you know, exuberant amount of foods all the time, and I don't. Very far from it. Right? I live life. It's not all about eating. A question I find really funny is I'll be somewhere, and some people are like, their question is, what are you doing here? Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm visiting, or I'm just here, even in a town where I live, or, you know, a gym or whatever, if I'm working out. Sometimes it's like, what are you eating today? I'm like, just food. Like, you know, it's living life. Smarter, guys. Should do the Buffalo Wild Wings challenge with double the portion. Is that the Blazing challenge? Money is nothing until you put it to use. Life is more precious, and you are a great advocate for living a good life. Thank you. It is true. I think, you know, money is it's not the end all. A lot of war and turmoil and whatever is caused by money. And the unfortunate thing is it's not that money's easy to come by, at least for me. I don't think it is for many people. But Sorry, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Money. Sorry guys, totally lost my train of thought. We're about probably almost 90 minutes. Well, I don't know how long. Probably almost 90, 80, 70, 80, 90 minutes into cardio. So I don't remember what I was saying. Something about money. Sorry guys. If someone reminds me, I'll try to think it out. Papa Pete's Pancake Challenge, not sure what that is. Must be cool to recognize sometimes. You know, guys, I'm very, very thankful for the support. There's times where, you know, I'll go a week or two, and probably not that long. Let's say a week where, you know, maybe I don't get noticed somewhere, which is totally cool. And then there's times where I'll go to like Mr. Olympia event, and every 5 seconds I feel like everybody knows me. But I'm very thankful for the support. But honestly, I don't take it, like I said, I really, like, I don't, I appreciate their support, but, and I'm a real person, I'll talk and approach to everybody, but it doesn't inflate me. Just like, I had a good conversation with someone that we met not too long ago, and they were saying and asking, like, how do you deal with people not liking something? Like, you know, let's use an example, right? Let's say I post a video and does poorly. She's like, how do you deal with that? I said, what do you mean? She's like, I know so many creators that if they put up a post and it doesn't do well, they're depressed. If they get negative comments, you know, it's so, it hurts them, it bothers them to the moon and back. And, you know, it really affects their social or like mental health. But this is the truth of it, guys. There's a story, or like a saying, a metaphor, where, so let's say me and you are walking down the street, okay? I walk by a bird, the bird's up there singing and chirping, doing its song. I go, oh, bird, shut up, and I throw a rock at it, right? What does the bird do? He just moves an inch and keeps singing his song, resumes doing what he's doing. And then 10 minutes later, you walk down the street to the same bird and go, oh, bird, I love your singing. Keep singing your song. And the bird just keeps singing its song. So whether it's a negative feedback, a negative comment, or the positive comment, the bird just keeps doing its thing. And that's what you have to do in life, right? So whether you have someone complimenting you, or whether you have someone criticizing, insulting, etc., you have to let it basically just roll off your back like a duck. And it is a lot easier said than done. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of XYZ. And there's always going to be certain, you know, comments which will bug you. There are always certain compliments which will actually resonate with you. But so to like a comment and a criticism, I look at it both objectively, and they really don't mean much. What they are is a data point, right? So if I hear 3,000 comments saying, I like sushi videos, that's good. If I hear 3,000 comments saying I don't like sushi videos, that's good. Why? Because I have that data. I can then implement that. But if it's one person saying, I don't like sushi videos, I don't care. That's unfortunate for them. And if there's one person saying, I do like sushi videos, that's good to know. I'm happy. But in the end, you gotta keep doing your thing. So, yes, you can only control what you do. That is true. And you know where, you know what that, you know, you can extend that to is you can only control, let's say, like 90%, maybe 85, maybe 99. Let's say you control 90% of your life, right? there's 10% you can't control, right? So are you going to focus on the 90% you can control, or on the 10% you can't control? Issue is a lot of people focus on 10%. And that causes a lot of stress, anxiety, and unhappiness. Because it's very easy to swim in a pool which is 90% of your height. It's very hard to swim and prosper and move and enjoy in a pool which is 10% of your height. So what do you want to be in? 90% or 10%? I want to be in the 90. How to prepare for food challenge took years of getting used to eating a lot of food. How to deal with self-confidence and deal with criticism. How do I deal with self-confidence? I think you should reword that. I'm not really sure you're asking. How do you deal with criticism? Take it objectively. Don't let it offend you. I can give you two forms of criticism, positive and negative. Take it, what's objective, and apply it to yourself, right? But like if someone came up to me and they said, for example, the feedback was, "Oh, Joel, you smell bad." I'll give a smell and be like, "Do I smell bad?" And the answer could be yes, and if I did, that's great. I'm not gonna sit and dwell and go, "Oh my God, the person's so mean, they said I smell bad." No, I'm gonna look at it objectively and go, "Thank you, this person, maybe they didn't have good intentions by it, but I learned something from it." Whereas that same person might have said, "Joel, you smell bad," and I said, "No, I don't." So then the same thing, I'm not gonna dwell on it and go, "Oh my God, they said I smell bad." I'm gonna go, that person's crazy. They can live their life, I'm gonna live mine. Someone loves and accepts them just the way they are. Even if it's not me. Coming back to UK maybe one day. Constructive criticism, yes, a lot of people can't take it. A lot of people suck, they're not developed. Alright guys, we're at 80, got 83 minutes of cardio. Finishing up here, I guess we'll say in about 7 minutes. No, I'm not watching the NBA finals. The only sports I watch are mixed martial arts. How long did it take you to get your first paycheck from YouTube? A long time. I mean, for reference, it took me 6 months to get 100 subscribers. Took me probably maybe a year and a half to get maybe 20,000 subscribers. Yeah, something like that. So money's not there for YouTube. If you want to get into YouTube, do it because of something you enjoy. That's what I did. I just enjoyed doing it. And that's how, like I said, I just fell into it. And why I've kept up with it. Because the motivation for doing it was myself. I enjoyed the process. And it was only through situations that I accidentally started doing it full time. Never intended to be a YouTuber. Never intended to get into it, etc. I'm not watching the Stanley Cup Finals. Can't see you back in Torquay. Hopefully one day. Good vibes from Florida, thank you. When did you realize you could eat a lot? I don't think I realized I could eat a lot right away, but there's definitely a period of time where, like probably in high school or university, where I'd eat a lot bigger portions than the average person a lot quicker. But I didn't just do it for like gluttony. I did it because I had to get the calories in for my weightlifting and to grow, and I still did it with very healthy food, so it was a lot of portions. I can buy a portable ice bath. Guys, you don't realize how light I pack. I can't even usually bring an extra pair of shoes, let alone a portable ice bath, and I don't like them that much. You bring one around. Thank you though, good suggestion. Love from Ontario. I think I may be in Western Ontario in early July. Keep an eye out for that if anybody's in Western Ontario. Yeah, I love Filipino food. Hello from Edmonton, Alberta. You're in Windsor. Cool, man. If it all works out, I won't be too far from you. Favorite gum? Oh man. Sorry guys, my brain's all out of it right now. It's the blue one I buy. It's like the Polar, I think it's Polar Mint. It's an American brand. It's not Excel. I'll grab it in my bag. I'll show you guys whenever I stop here. 3 minutes. I'm going to show you my gum. And then we're gone. Dog's birthday. Happy birthday to your dog. Happy birthday to fathers out there. Hello from Michigan. It's my favorite vehicle, the car that drives. I have met Matt Stoney and met lots of eaters. I've actually never met Furious Pete. But he's probably the only big eater in North America that I haven't. When I say big, I mean famous. I don't mean volume-wise. Favorite soda? Diet Mountain Dew. Favorite song? Don't have one. Favorite movie? Vegas, watch out. Don't spam too much, my friend. I've not met Gordon Ramsay. Yes, I'll definitely do spicy challenges again. How do you maintain attitude during surgeries? Just keep your head up, know what you're going to do, know what you're living for. And even through injury, pain, suffering, what are you going to do? Sit down and mope about it? What's the point? You can complain, but it's not going to do any good. You can dwell in your sadness, dwell in your pain and discomfort. That's not going to do any good. You can drown in your sorrow. Extra gum, I think that's it. You can drown in your sorrow, and it's not going to do any good. So why would you do that? There's no point. Yes, you do keep positive attitude and live it and feel it. Amen, Camille. What's the best advice you can give me for life? In general, find a reason to live. Find your purpose. Find what makes you happy in life. And if you do, fulfill that and nourish yourself. Nourish your purpose. It doesn't have to be through a certain means. I like to help people. That means I could be working in a restaurant. It means I can be helping a friend with something. It means I can be educating somebody. It means I could be, doing lots of things, entertaining and helping people on YouTube. That doesn't mean that it has to be one way, but I know my purpose, so I can nourish myself through many means. And as long as I give some nourishment to myself and my soul, I'm happy. And I know what I'm living for. All right, that is An hour and a half. Now I gotta stretch a little bit and get out of here. So I'm running out of time. Yeah, this is my favorite gum. Right there, extra polar mint. It lasts the longest, and it tastes great. I'll keep the stream on just for a minute longer while I stretch out for 30 seconds. And that's it. And someone just said that cooking is their passion. And I think that's awesome. And you know what else is cool though? Is that if cooking is your passion or what you really enjoy doing, right? You may be able to make a career out of it, but you might not, right? Like you have to realize that you have to make time still to put in what you like. So, and maybe you're working, or maybe you're at work as a lawyer, but that just allows you the means to cook, okay? So you don't need to be depressed that you can't work as a chef, which you probably could, but we'll just say you can't. You need to realize that sometimes it's a means to an end. So again, you know, sometimes you have to work a job or you have to do things which don't directly feed your purpose, but they allow you to. So you still have to make sure you make time for feeding that purpose and nourishment. Too much steroids. I don't do steroids. Do you remember that burger completion San Angelo? That was a long time ago. How are the burgers? Cold, because they're contest burgers? Tea or coffee? I'd probably choose coffee. I like a sweetened flavored coffee. Am I going to poop? Nope. Not at the moment, but hopefully at some point today. It is good to be regular. How to stay positive? Don't be negative. And I don't even mean that in a sarcastic way, but you make a decision. You make a decision to be negative. You make a decision to dwell in your, sit there and go, oh, my poor life. Oh, this happened, this happened. Why don't you focus on the positive things? Identify, guys, I had the craziest, probably most unfortunate week I've had in a very, very long time. I could go on and on and on. If half this, I told this to one person on the street, or this morning, specifically at church, and they were like, oh my God, man, you did have a crazy week. I'm like, yeah. But again, am I going to dwell on the 10%? Or am I going to dwell on the 90% and looking at every little, even if it's not a win or a big win or a big victory? But like I said, for example, I've lost a little bit of weight, right? So that's a positive. Okay, because it helps achieve my goal, right? I'm able to come here and do my cardio. Helps achieve my goal. I'm able to, do a little bit of work here and there and remain positive and productive. Helps achieve my goal. Right, so I'm going to focus on what I can do and can change, and not the others. All right, Rashid, hello. How long do you go with food before you do a food challenge? And how long do I not eat? I never eat the day of. Do you feel sick to have a challenge sometimes? Hope it wonder someday as well, guys. And that's pretty much it. So I thank everybody for tuning on in. Hope you have a lovely Father's Day. Thank you for joining. And just gonna grab some water and head on out. So love you guys. Appreciate y'all. Until next time. Stay happy and hungry. Happy eating. Until next time. Have a lovely day, everybody.